Hey everybody, let's talk Nvidia. So in the last video, we mentioned that there could be a potential bounce because of this pattern here, where we see one touch, a second touch, a third touch, and potentially a fourth touch. We actually did get that bounce, which is very nice. We made a low all the way down to $113.01. So make sure you watch that low. Ideally, we do not want Nvidia to go below 113.01. We saw a nice bounce. The past 4 days have been green, and we have made this area a great potential area of demand. That's what this area is. It's a demand. It's a demand zone. Going to put on the 50-day moving average and going to the weekly chart. Currently, this week is forming a nice green candle at our 50-day moving average. It looks spectacular. Now, this is purely a short-term bounce. I was looking at this chart and I was like, hey, you know what? I think there's a lot of potential to see a great recovery in the stock right here. And that's exactly what we got. I did take profits on that bull put spread that I showed you in the last video. And right now we're that much closer to filling this potential gap here. So this gap right here starts at 129. If you notice, we made a high of 129 after we made the gap down, after that DeepSeek announcement. This was our high, and now we're coming back to retest it. So the question becomes, do we consolidate within this area? Do we move lower? Or do we fill this gap and see even more recovery upside? To be honest, I'm not sure which one is going to happen. I do think that there is a large potential to fill this gap and keep on moving from 129 all the way up to around 140. This article is from the Wall Street Journal. Everyone's rattled by the rise of DeepSeek except Nvidia, which enabled it. This is by Raphael Wong, Stu Wu, and Asa Fitch. So apparently, Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, went to Beijing. At a gathering there, Huang told customers and employees of a strong commitment to the Chinese market. They're saying that Jensen Huang and Nvidia enabled DeepSeek to acquire these chips and for this to happen. According to a recording, that meant Nvidia intended to keep selling chips for artificial intelligence in China, holding back their performance to comply with ever tighter curbs imposed by Washington. A week later, Nvidia stock fell 17% in a single day after DeepSeek said it achieved a leap in its AI capabilities using less advanced Nvidia chips. Nvidia knew the risk that came by bringing these chips into China. Nvidia argues that selling to Chinese customers helps it bring in revenue to keep its global lead in AI. It's better to have those customers paying Nvidia billions of dollars and remaining hooked on its chips, plus the software surrounding them, than to send them searching for a Chinese alternative. So they're trying to increase their global market share. Washington and the government is trying to say no, but Jensen Huang does want to sell these to China. For the past 3 years, Nvidia has dominated, and Nvidia has battled to keep doing as much business as possible in China. So Jensen Huang actually met President Trump last Friday at the White House. One person said the subject of DeepSeek came up, and that Huang told the president that the public was overreacting right here. So Nvidia is playing the long game. America wins through innovation, competition, and by sharing our technologies with the world, not by retreating behind a wall of government overreach, said Ned Finkel, Nvidia's Vice President of Government Affairs. So this brings up the question, is the ruling Chinese Communist Party such a threat that any substantial business ties should be dissolved? Or can the two nations continue trading in high-tech areas even as they compete for global influence? So the government argues, our open society will always out-innovate the rigid surveillance state imposed by the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. But if we keep allowing the Chinese Communist Party to steal our ideas and breakthroughs, it won't mean a damn thing in terms of staying ahead. Trump's pick for Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said at a meeting Wednesday that he doesn't want American technology aiding innovation in China. For Nvidia, however, the fight is less about sales in the short term. Nvidia had $113 billion in sales in the 4 quarters that ended in October, with about 12% of those sales from China. Those China sales could easily be replaced elsewhere because of high demand. So is China really that important to Nvidia? And Jensen Huang says yes. So here's what Nvidia thinks. Nvidia is thinking long term. It believes China will be an important market for years to come as the world's preeminent manufacturing powerhouse. The country is likely to be among the leaders in AI-related areas such as robotics and autonomous driving. People at Nvidia said the company needs to do business there to stay relevant, especially as AI functions are incorporated into everyday devices that are often made in China. Nvidia has been urging some of the biggest tech names back in December to lobby against the rules circulating in Washington. The chip maker argued that adding red tape on sales to most countries around the globe would hobble the entire industry and hurt America's competitiveness, right? America is innovation. If we can innovate and share these chips and sell to people all around the world, we are competitive. That is what Nvidia is thinking. That Jensen Huang is thinking from a business perspective. The government, on the other hand, says, no, we cannot sell to China because they will steal our technology and they will come out ahead. So who's right? Who's wrong? Is anyone right? Is anyone wrong? Is this DeepSeek thing just a whole overreaction? So is DeepSeek an overreaction? Well, we'll let the market find out. Let price tell the story. 113 is our low here. We do not want to see it go below this low. We'll see if we continue to bounce, and we'll see if we continue to fill this potential gap in the next coming weeks. Stay tuned. I'm glad we're able to find this bounce right here. This is a nice recovery bounce. How long will it last? I'm not sure. Will Nvidia see new upside in the future? I'm not sure. Will Nvidia see lower in the future? I'm not sure. Do your own due diligence. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you found this video informative and valuable. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you.